Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rebecca. I'm known as the Bible Girl here on YouTube. I may be changing that name in the future because although my intention with this channel is very heavy in my faith, and I will be sharing journals and Bibles and things like that. I shared in my testimony video. If you haven't gone and watched that, please do. A little bit about my experience with cerebral palsy, and um, I think if I open up more about that, it'll be a real encouragement to others who have loved ones with this cerebral palsy or any disability, as well as um, just helpful for me as well to express what I've gone through and hope that it can help others. So, we are definitely going to still be having a lot of faith on here, so don't worry about that. There's just also going to be an element about my disability as well. It won't be a highlight, but it will be on periodically, maybe one day a week or something. I'm not really sure. But today, I'm hoping that this isn't filming upside down again. I don't know if it is or not. I'm hoping it's not. Sorry about that. I didn't want to knock what's holding up the tripod. Um, so today I wrote down, um, I mentioned that I have a lot of faith, um, goals in my head, a lot of ideas that I want to do, and, I wanted to share them with you guys. I wanted to let you know what my plan is for some of these. Most of these will probably be shared on the channel periodically. So having them written down will make me remember them, and also sharing them here with you guys will also make me more accountable. So, starting with the first one, I hope to um, finish my Jesus Bible and my summary planners. So I have been reading. I'm gonna do a flip through a bit closer to the end of the year, like in December. So I've been reading the Jesus Bible. I only read half of it this year, and I'm gonna read the other half next year. And what I've been doing as I go along and read it is I took a happy planner and I actually combined a two years of happy planner into one. And after I do my reading each day, I write a little summary about the chapters I read. I'm gonna share a whole video about that in the future. So, because I have to read the second half of the Bible next year. That's one goal. Um, the highlights are ones that I want to, complete next year. The check marks are ones that I want to, that I want to work on next year, and the ones with no markings are just goals I hope to achieve. So, moving on. Fill out my whole Inspire Bible. I've mentioned this a few times. That I do intend to cover and journal through that entire Bible. It's a journey I've been working on, and I want to continue to work on moving forward. A goal that I have for myself that probably won't start till 2026 maybe, or even later. I'm sorry, next year is 2026, 2027 maybe. I want to read only the New Testament for a year. So, instead of reading it cover to cover, which is really important, and obviously I'm on my third read through of that, I wanted to spend a year focusing on the New Testament. Similar to that, in another year, I'll probably do these opposite of each other. So I want to spend one whole year just reading the Gospels. I'll read Matthew, Luke, and John, and then go back and read Matthew, Luke, and John, and so on and so forth for a whole 12 months. Because there's so much in the Gospels, and I feel like you can never get it all. So I think if you spend a year just reading them and nothing else, I think I'll really get a better understanding of what's in them. That's a goal I'm really looking forward to. Like I said, I'll probably do this goal before this one, but yeah. Moving forward, so I have different workbooks. I I don't have them with me right now, but I have different workbooks that I've acquired over the years, and I really haven't worked in them as much as I want or should have. So I have a check mark here. I want to use my workbooks. I would like to dab into all three of these. I actually have four, but I couldn't remember the name of the last one, so it's not written here yet. But I'm gonna go find it. So I do want to try to dab my feet into all four if possible next year. But for certain, I definitely want to finish discerning his voice. It's not a super long one. I think I can definitely get it done next year. Okay. Another goal that I have is I want to read the Bible chronologically. I do have the Chronological Life Application Study Bible. I do intend to read that from cover to cover, meaning not just the text, but all the notes, everything in there. I want to do that. That is a goal that I tried to start it this year in conjunction with reading my Jesus Bible, but we're trying to do the summaries. It would have been confusing to read this as well. So I think once I finish this one next year, I'll be able to work on like this one and like reading only the Gospels. Like I could do both in the same year maybe. This one is probably going to take me multiple years, but I do want to do it. My next goal is I want to finish my Humble Lamb. So I have been working on reading through that whole Bible and highlighting. I've spoken about this too. You can go and watch my previous videos. But how I've been marking verses on compassion, grace, mercy, faithfulness. I definitely want to finish that theme and then start a new one next year. Possibly, I'm thinking maybe forgiveness or love or something like that. Okay. So another goal I have for myself at some point is I want to study and read through my whole CSB study Bible. So again, this is a thicker, bigger Bible that I own. And I would love to say, hey, I read through this whole thing, including all the study notes from Genesis to Revelation. That's going to take multiple years, but I do think that I can do that. I don't intend to start that next year. The next goal is I want to cross-reference the entire Bible. So I have a reference Bible that I got. I've kind of started this a little bit, but I want to literally, not every little thing, but all the major stories, like the story of creation, the Ten Commandments, the plagues, even. I'm trying to think of other big stories. Psalm 23. Any like big, um, well-known parts of Scripture, I want to cross-reference it to see how it connects through the whole Bible. I think that'll be a really interesting thing. That's something I can do in conjunction with reading, because I'm not really reading that Bible cover to cover. I'm more journaling it and stuff. So okay. Another goal that I have is to work and fill out my whole prayer planner. So I've shared my prayer planner. I will be doing one again in a couple months, probably, maybe in November. So I write the prayers on sticky notes. I went through all this in a previous video. You can go check it out, of course. But in this, because I write the prayers in the sticky notes and then I remove them, I want to fill the planner up with prayers from scripture, prayers that I find online, prayers I find in books, prayer that, and they're coordinated to the different sections that are in that planner. So that's something that I just work on um, when I have time. That's gonna take many years. My intention is to use that prayer planner for many, many years, and then once it's actually filled with all of the prayers um, for all the different sections, then I'll get a new one and start again. But that'll probably be not for probably a good, I want to say 5 years, but that might be a bit extreme, but it is going to last me a very long time. But I still want to work on finding prayers to put into that planner. And then the last goal I wrote down is my completing my ultimate faith planner. Again, this is one similar to my prayer planner that's going to take me years. So what this planner is there are, how do I want to describe this? There are aspects of our faith that are core, right? Things like the Ten Commandments, or the Beatitudes, or the names of God or Jesus. All those things are core to our faith. So I am trying to create a book or planner that has all of that information, so you can quickly find out one glance and be like, I want to know the Ten Commandments. Well, I can show you exactly where those are, and you don't have to hunt through the Bible to find it. I want to know the Beatitudes. Well, I'm gonna have those written down. So those are things that I'm doing in there, and again, I can work on that while working on my Jesus Bible, while working on my Discerning His Voice, my Humble Lamb. I can work on these in tangent, so, but I'm not in a rush to finish any of these. These three things, the Jesus Bible, the Discerning His Voice, and the finishing the Humble Lamb, are my three main faith goals that I want to complete by the end of 2026. So, yeah. So those are the ones I have written down. I'm sure more will come to me, and when they do, I will just write them down. I'm going to probably, I have the whole back of this open, so I'll probably take this out of this journal and keep it somewhere where I can reference it often. I'll probably leave it in here till I move, so I don't lose it. But then, excuse me, once I move and I'm going to be having a library where I'm going to be doing more of my filming and all those things. I'll take it out and I'll just keep it probably on my desk. Maybe I'll laminate it and I'll keep it on my desk so I can always reference the goals that I have and try to stay on track. So that's all I had for you today. Like I said, I really appreciate all the views I got on my testimony. That means a lot to me. I hope that these goals will be of interest to you and will encourage you to stick around and see me reach them. Yeah. So that's all I have for you today. Friday we have color with me. I'm gonna try to change up color with me a little bit, in the sense of I'm going to still do it, but I think I'm going to use that as an opportunity to discuss, of course, my faith, but also talk a little bit about my disability as well, to hopefully make that a little more interesting for you guys. I'm not really sure. I'll figure it out. But we do have color with me on Friday, so I will see all of you then. Hope you all have a good week. God bless, and we'll talk soon. Bye.